New Year. Today is January 7th, 2018. Our reorganization meeting. At this time, we'll begin by a swearing in of committee member Anthony P. Fiore. If you please come down. Your family would please come forward. And I'd like to invite Freeholder Director Thomas Arnone to please come forward.
Before I start, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year on behalf of the town here. I see our freeholders here, freeholders early in the back, freeholders through the back here. And on behalf of all the town, I want to thank Middletown for all you are, for your support that you give our town. You're a big vital part of our town. These gentlemen and ladies up there lead your town well and represent our town. Ready? I state your name.
I
You solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I do swear
and I do swear
to faithfully,
faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Township Committee
Township Committee
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
At this time, we'll continue on with the swearing in of committee member Stephanie C. Murray. So please come forward with your family.
The last time I was here, they were not this tall. CEOs.
You weren't this short.
And you're right. That's why you're sitting there next to me, I'm up here. Everyone go head to head with me. I state your name.
I, Stephanie Murray,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I do swear
and I do swear
to faithfully,
to faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform perform
all the duties
all the duties
of Township Committee
of Township Committee
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thanks, guys. One more. Here we go.
At this time, I'd like to call the meeting to order. The notice requirements provided for in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given by transmission to the Star Ledger, the Independent, and the Trooper Times, and by posting at the Middletown Township Municipal Building, and filing with the Township Clerk all on January 5th, 2017. Committeeman Fiore.
Here.
Committeewoman Murray. Here. Committeeman Perry.
Here.
Committeeman Scharpenberger.
Here.
Committeeman Settembrino.
Here.
At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time, I'd like to take a moment of silence to honor the troops serving worldwide, defending our freedoms, constitutions, and way of life. Thank you. At this time, we will have our invocation. I'd like to invite Reverend Joseph E. Hine of the Westminster Presbyterian Church of Middletown to please come forward.
Let us pray. Most gracious God, high and exalted among all peoples and nations, you are known by many names and by powerful signs and miracles throughout this beautiful world. We pause at the beginning of this celebration to invoke thy blessings upon these, our chosen leaders, and our lovely town. May the year ahead provide this council and our other elected and appointed leaders with the ability to confront and overcome the challenges that will inevitably come, and do so in the best interest of the good citizens of this community. May they continue to remember the high principles which they pledged to serve during the recent election and this swearing-in ceremony. And may you, God, the strong, supreme, and powerful, in your exalted wisdom and omnipotence, preside over their future meetings and bestow your blessings of patience, courage, civility, honesty, and forbearance on all who people this chamber. We pray this in the name of all that's holy, especially you, Father, perfect in holiness, and in the name above all names, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
At this time, we have the outgoing mayor's address.
I guess that's me. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to wish everybody a very happy new year. A little bit on the cold side. I don't know about you guys. I got into my car this morning and it registered 0. It's 7 o'clock this morning, so I'm happy to report the Middletown Green Initiative has officially ended global warming. So, anyway, since I haven't watched one NFL game this year, I have no reason to rush through this speech, so it's extraordinarily long, but I'll try to be quick. As I conclude my 6th year in this position, I can still honestly say that serving as the mayor of Middletown has certainly been one of the most challenging things I've ever done. But it also has been a labor of love and one of the most rewarding things, and for that I will be eternally grateful for having been given this opportunity. Now I'd like to go over some of the things that happened in the past year in the township. The year 2017 will be remembered as a true transition year from the federal level right down to the local level. The booming national economy has certainly had an impact on Middletown Township. Housing values continue to soar, and with that comes the inevitable pressure from developers who want to capitalize on Middletown's many assets and desirable community status. Clearly, our most important initiative this year, as it is every year, is keeping costs down within a very difficult, high-tax state structure. Virtually every program and project the Township Committee considers has one basic tenet: provide the best possible service at the lowest possible cost. Probably the most high-profile program has been the change to township-wide garbage pickup. While change can sometimes be difficult and worrisome, we are confident that this move is overwhelmingly the best, most cost-effective choice for Middletown. After the new system becomes routine, we think residents will agree. 2017 also marked the first full year of the changeover to county dispatch. I'm pleased to report that the move has been seamless, with any glitches few and far between. We continue to work with the first responders in county to iron out any problems that may arise and make a state-of-the-art system even better. One of the biggest issues that affects not only Middletown, but many towns throughout the state is development. In many ways, Middletown has become a victim of its own success, in that we are so desirable, everybody seems to want to become a part of the town. While we may all feel that we have enough development in town, the law does not allow us to unilaterally prevent any future development from happening. What we can do, though, is encourage and promote the redevelopment of existing sites. Arguably, the best example of this is the redevelopment of the former Pathmark Shopping Center, which has been transformed into an attractive, vibrant, bustling destination with new businesses and increased retail foot traffic. Another tool to control development is to expand our open space holdings. The township is now in a position that we can actively pursue purchasing properties for open space and work with other entities to further expand acquisition. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the tremendous job that the Monmouth County freeholders have done with open space in Middletown. The most recent purchase of the former Chris's Marina site on West Front Street is monumental. Instead of several hundred townhomes, we now have a planned park and marina preserved for future generations. The proposed redevelopment of the Belford Seaport is also an ambitious yet visionary project that would be transformative for the Bayshore area. The nearly 400-acre site consists mainly of a former landfill, currently owned by Monmouth County, the New York Waterways Ferry Terminal, the Belford Seafood Co-op, and several smaller privately owned properties. The potential of the property is limitless, with a destination site modeled after the South Street Seaport or Mystic Seaport definitely within reach. The presence of the ferry offers a unique transportation option that would allow visitors from New York City to come and spend money without burdening the local road system. One of the things that we on the Township Committee are most proud of is the dedication of Middletown to our veterans and our military. This is due in large part to the efforts of the Veterans Affairs Committee, which is the first of its kind in the state. 2017 saw over a dozen new street sign dedications, the restoration of the World War I Doughboy statue and memorial, and the renovation of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. On somewhat of a sadder note, the growing heroin epidemic that is gripping the nation has not left Middletown unscathed. It is difficult to verbalize the senselessness and waste every time you lose a young person to this garbage. Thankfully, Middletown is one of the preeminent municipal drug and alcohol alliances in the state, offering treatment and guidance to those affected by addiction and prevention programs to our precious youth. Coupled with our aggressive police enforcement, we are committed to doing everything possible to protect our young people from this abhorrent trend. Communication between the township and the residents has always been paramount, and 2017 has seen a significant expansion, particularly in social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and every other thing like that I have no idea what it is. Among others, allow us to reach tens of thousands of people instantly. In addition to our ever-expanding Middletown Matters publication, the Township produces a weekly newsletter called Middletown Minutes, which keeps residents up to date on the latest events and initiatives as they occur. Our Public Information Officer, Tara Burson, and her assistant, Jessie Tassino, have done a spectacular job in getting information out to the public. Other public outreach events included the Development and Redevelopment Forum held in July, and the Open Space and Development Forum held in December. Both of these will be shown on the Township Public Access channel in the coming weeks. In closing, I want to acknowledge the enormous help once again from the Deputy Mayor, Stephanie Murray. With a township this large, it is difficult to attend all of the events and meetings that need our participation. Mrs. Murray has done an outstanding job of representing the town when there were conflicting events or events that I simply couldn't make. Her dedication and boundless energy is an example for all elected officials across the state. I value her advice and wisdom on the issues, and it is safe to say that I couldn't have done this job as effectively without her help. I also want to thank my fellow committee members, Tony Fiore, Steve Massell, Tony Perry, and Kevin Settembrino, for their service to the town and the tremendous effort they put forth to help make Middletown the great place it is to live. I also want to commend the assistant to the mayor, Maureen Raish, for representing the mayor and township committee in meetings, hearings, and events when we are unavailable. She's become an integral part of the administration, and Middletown is so much better off because of her efforts. I also want to thank the mayor's secretary, Paula Agostino, for the magnificent job she does day in and day out. Paula is often the first contact for the public and does a Herculean job of diffusing potentially contentious situations and helping residents navigate the township system. Finally, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Geraldine, and children, Alana and Daniel, for their patience, support, and understanding as I take so much time and attention away from them to fulfill my duties as mayor. Thank you all very much. Have a very happy New Year. May God bless Middletown, and may God bless this great country of America. Thank you.
The Township Committee to motion to adopt resolutions 18-01 and 18-02, which are resolutions appointing the Township Attorney and the General Special Counsel.
So moved.
Second. Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeewoman Murray.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Settembrino.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt resolutions 18-01 and 02. At this time, it is necessary to elect a mayor for 2018.
I would like to proudly nominate Stephanie Murray to serve as mayor.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeewoman Murray.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Settembrino.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, it is necessary to elect a deputy mayor for 2018.
I'd like to nominate Kevin Settembrino.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeewoman Murray.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Settembrino.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, it is necessary to swear in our mayor for 2018. I'd like to invite Mayor Stephanie C. Murray to please come forward with your family, and I would like to invite Sheriff Sean Golden to please come forward to administer the oath of office.
I just want to wish everybody Happy New Year. I'm so honored and proud to be able to swear in Mayor Stephanie Murray, a true leader here in Middletown, and in part because as sheriff I see all of her support for all of the first responders day in and day out. And I want to take a moment to wish all the best to and congratulations to Chief Ryan Clark and all the chiefs, and Kim Craddock and all the EMS, and I see Chief Weber and Deputy Chief Dollinger with all law enforcement, and of course Charlie Rogers, our OEM coordinator. I have the fortunate pleasure of working with them, and their far impact, not just here in Middletown for your support, Mayor, but around the county. They leave such an impression in public safety. So with that, left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. I, Stephanie C. Murray,
I, Stephanie,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the
of the United States
Constitution
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the
and
same
allegiance to the same
and to the government
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I do swear
And I do swear
faithfully,
faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Mayor
Mayor
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. One more time, I promise.
At this time, it is necessary to swear in our new Deputy Mayor, Kevin Settembrino. If you'd please come forward with your family, and I'd like to invite Sheriff Sean Golden to also please come forward to administer the oath of office.
Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I, Kevin M. Settembrino,
I, Kevin M. Settembrino,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the
of
Constitution
the United States
of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New
and
Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I do swear to
I do swear to
faithfully,
faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Deputy Mayor
Deputy Mayor
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
See if it's the house. Their name tag seats that we knew it before.
Okay, congratulations, Mayor Murray. And at this time, we have the mayor's address for the upcoming year.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming today. I am always glad to see so many of you. It's always standing room only here, and that's just a testament to how great this town is. I'd like to thank our Freeholder Director, Tom Arnaud, and our Sheriff, Sean Golden, for swearing me in today. Thank you to all of our elected friends who've joined us. I see Congressman Smith. It was such a pleasant surprise to see you here today. Senator-elect Declan O'Scanlan is here. Assemblywoman-elect Serena DiMasso. Thank you for taking the pictures for me. Freeholder Shirley and Freeholder Privaduto. Surrogate Rosemary Peters, who's also one of our only Middletown female mayors. She's here today with us. A friend from Hazlet, Mayor Sue Kiley, is here. And I hope that's everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. And Reverend Hine, thank you so much for your blessing today. I'd like to mention some other VIPs here today, my mom and my dad, and without whom I wouldn't be here today. Particularly, I'd like to mention my husband Ken and our children, Trinity, Gavin, and Skylar, who are the centers of my world. Unfortunately, they've had to deal with some of the not-so-pleasant rigors of public life during my tenure, but I want you guys to know how much I love you. Okay, and all of these families, even though I'm screaming at you all the time. And of course, these fantastic people sitting right here are consummate professionals who keep this town moving forward. Our Administrator, Tony Mercantante, our Township Clerk, Heidi Brent, Ted Maloney, our DPW Director and Engineer, Colleen Lapp, our CFO extraordinaire. And not sitting here, but no less important, I know I saw him before, Jim Van Nest, our Assistant Administrator. And of course, my very special ladies in the Mayor's office who were incredible in their own right. Maureen Raish, our Mayor's Assistant, Paula Augustino, Tara Burson, our Public Information Officer, Jess Tessino is here, our Assistant PIO. I know Joe Fagliarone, our MIS Director, is here. It's a full house today. And last but never least, our extraordinary Police Chief, Craig Weber, and his Deputy Chiefs, Dollinger and Stefanski, whom, as many of you know by now, have helped our town earn the accolade at least 4 times now of being named one of the safest places to live and raise a family in the country. Someone very important. Someone very important in our organization passed on last year, and that was our Public Information Officer, Cindy Hershaft. She's missed by us all. I know she's with us today, and I just wanted to mention her. To my colleagues on the TC, to Jerry, I didn't know where you were. It's been an honor to be your deputy mayor twice. You're a mentor and a friend. And to my running mate and my dear friend Tony Fiore, congratulations on your resounding re-election. Thank you for always being a loyal and steadfast friend to me. Kevin, my deputy mayor, I look forward to our turn together. I know we're going to do great things. And Tony Perry, you are a brilliant addition to our team. Thank you for the confidence and trust that you have placed in me. You can be assured it is reciprocated. There is no I in the mayorship in this form of government. There is no I in this township committee. It has been and it always will be a we. And I consider myself very fortunate to be part of this outstanding unit. I'd also like to mention and welcome other members of the Middletown team here today, our dedicated volunteers in the Fire Department, Chief Ryan Clark and Chief Schweickart Mount Friedman, and welcome to the fray, Chief Chatawith. I know we have our first, and also very exciting, we have our first female EMS Chief, Kim Cranock. Of course, our OEM Director, Charlie Rogers. I don't know where he is, but and of course, a warm welcome to all of you. All of our resident volunteers who are being sworn in appointed, or reappointed today. When I look around this room, I see more than just people. I see leaders. And what's more, you're not leaders because your peers have chosen you to represent them. You're not leaders because you're elected, and you're not leaders because you're appointed to serve or because you happen to be employed by the town. It's more than that. You are leaders because our community looks up to you, because your community entrusts its care to you, because your peers respect you. This is the essence of what we do in government, what the solemn commitment to public service is really all about. And there's one thing more I can say about this group of men and women here today. Whether you're in the forefront or in a supportive role, you know one of the biggest secrets of successful leadership, and that's this. If serving is beneath you, then leading is beyond you. Leading means knowing when to stay the course in the face of adversity, and knowing when change is necessary. It requires a leap of faith and trust in the people on your team. This takes courage, and I am proud to say that in this town, we have leaders in spades. Middletown is a successful community because of all of you and your leadership. And there is a lot to be proud of, and this is where I'm going to brag a little. Middletown is a cradle of colonial America and an example of what is inherently American in its history as well as in its present day. It is the 16th largest municipality in the state of New Jersey, the largest in this beautiful county. We have the largest volunteer fire department in the world, and our crime rate is the lowest in 25 years plus, thanks to our professional and community-minded police department. We have five volunteer first aid squads, almost 24 schools, and an award-winning art center, a municipal library that circulates over 1 million items per annum, and several youth athletic state champions in various sports. Our community events, most of which draw thousands, are strongly supported by the residents and business community, and oftentimes wholly fundraised, which is no small feat. Over 42 square miles of shoreline and countryside, 66,000+ residents, spanning 13 zip codes, our town comes together as one, solidifying the common community identity through economics, history, and geography. Year after year, our facilities and services are continually voted the best of the best. Middletown is not only a hub of education, culture, and activity, but the paramount of a successful community. And again, this is because of all of you. I won't reiterate all of the wonderful things and the cost-saving measures that we've worked on over the last year, because I think Mayor Jerry did his usual fantastic job at that. Instead, I'm just going to touch on some of the initiatives and endeavors that we have to look forward to in 2018. I've often said that I'm of the opinion that there are few priorities more important to a government agency than public information. To that end, we continue to look for ways to maximize the rapport with our residents. We launched an annual residence guide, and a new edition will be coming soon, as well as other useful tools which will enhance public information. Also this year, we'll be launching some social media programs and upgraded programming for our TV channel, including a Middletown Minute and a Minute with the Mayor. So everybody's warned, you may have a video camera coming your way very soon. In 2017, the Township was able to cut municipal taxes. No small feat, and something that we have long hoped to do. Middletown spends the least amount of municipal tax dollars per capita in the entire state. We also have one of, if not the lowest, workforces per capita. We will continue cost savings by looking for new and innovative ways to fund our capital projects. We will continue to work with our county and regional partners in the many shared services agreements that we maintain and plan to enter new ones this year. From animal control, building, and finance to dispatch and social services, which will alleviate the tax burden for our taxpayers as well as our partners. By this time next year, our new town hall complex should be well underway, with the anticipation of including a pad site, which will offset the cost of the major project, encouraging ratables and dovetailing with the philosophy that this town is business-friendly as well as community-friendly. Last year, we launched the Middletown Heritage Tourism Program, and along with it, the popular walking tours and horse-drawn carriages through our 400-year-old village historic district. This year, we plan that the tours will expand to several other of the town's historic districts. In 2018, we plan to relaunch the Mayor's Food Basket and work in conjunction with our community partners to feed as many people as we can during the holidays. On a personal note, I have to confess that even though this is my third time as mayor, I am thrilled as if it was the first time. But I'm also filled with an even healthier dose of reverence, having learned from the first few times around the block. Anyone who knows me knows that I take this calling to public service and service to others very seriously. I have said that many times, besides my children, like the mayor. This has been one of the most fulfilling endeavors of my life, but it has also been one of the most challenging. The trust of the community is something not only I take to my heart, but so does the rest of this township committee. So let's return to the day at hand, and I'm going to finally conclude this address. I'm going to swear some people in. Today is about us. It's about the tradition of honoring our calling to a higher purpose, a time when we appreciate the commitment to something more than ourselves. It is said in our circles that volunteerism is one of the hallmarks of this town. But I think it's something even finer than that. It's the tremendous sense of community. And a community is not just geography. A community is about people taking care of each other. A community is about being part of a team. On behalf of Middletown, the Township Committee thanks you all for all the time that you dedicate to the well-being of this town. I've said it before and I've said it and I will say it again. Time is a precious gift that one gives and cannot ever get back. And we appreciate every moment that you devoted to Middletown. There's a proverb out there, and I'm not sure when or where I first heard it, but I thought it would be appropriate since we're talking about community and teamwork, and it's this. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So thank you to everyone and the residents for re-electing me. Thank you for choosing me as mayor for a third time. And thank you everyone for listening and all that you do. God bless America and God bless Middletown.
At this time, we have the Deputy Mayor's address for the upcoming year, 2018.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to thank my colleagues here on the Township Committee for your trust in me as appointing me as a Deputy Mayor for this year. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Secondly, I want to congratulate our Mayor, Stephanie Murray, and the committee Murray on their resounding victory this past year. Look forward to continuing to serve with you around the Township Committee. Our newest member, Committeeman Tony Terry. Great to have you on board, and a fantastic addition to the Township Committee. So, if everyone's heard the address of Jerry Scharfenberg about everything that we've done to date, and the mayor has captured that fantastically, as he always does, and heard the address of our new mayor, Stephanie Murray, with regard to this community and how great it is, and it's something to be proud of. You, as the deputy mayor, you have to ask yourself the question, what is there left to say? So I will start, as our mayor typically starts, and I'll say I'll be brief. And I'll give everyone a quick story. I do a lot of presentations throughout the state, and all the time I wear the pin that's on my lapel of the Township of Middletown. People always ask me, what's on that pin, where did you get it from? And then I tell them, I said, I'm from Middletown, and almost everyone has something good to say about the town, and it's not only in the county, it's throughout the state. It's whether it's in Cape May County, whether it's in Hunterdon County, whether it's in Passaic County. Everyone always has something good to say about the Township of Middletown. And that is a testament to the things that you've heard Jerry Scharfenberger speak of, the things you've heard Mayor Murray speak of. It is a testament throughout the state. So it's not just the fact that this township is the 16th largest municipality in the state, or that we're the largest in the county. It's that what we are doing here in Middletown, and what all of our volunteers and this governing body, and everyone that contributes to the township, what we do is we are leaders for the state. And it is very obvious that there's always good things said about this township throughout the state. And I'm thrilled to be a part of this governing body with that kind of respect throughout the state. So with that, I wish everyone a great new year and look forward to serving. Thank you very much.
At this time, it is, we are ready to swear in our, we first have to vote. At this time, I'd like to ask the Township Committee to adopt a resolution appointing our Fire Department officers for 2018, Resolution 18-03.
So moved.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Settembrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
The motion carries to adopt Resolution 18-03. And at this time, I'd like to invite our Fire Chief, Ryan M. Clark, to please come forward with your family.
I, Ryan M. Clark, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and I do swear to faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of Fire Chief according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
At this time, I'd like to invite our Deputy Fire Chief, Stephen Schweickart, to please come forward with your family.
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same as established in the United States and in this state. And the authority of the people, I do swear to faithfully, will justly perform all the duties of Deputy Fire Chief according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
At this time, it is necessary to swear in our first Assistant Chief, Russell W. Mount III. Will you please come forward with your family?
I, Russell Mount III, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people. I do swear to faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of First Assistant Fire Chief according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
At this time, I'd like to invite our second Assistant Fire Chief, John Friedman, to please come forward with your family.
I, John Friedman, do do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people. And I do swear to faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of Second Assistant Fire Chief, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
At this time, I'd like to invite our third Assistant Fire Chief, Bernard F. Chenoweth III, please come forward.
I, Bernard F. Chenoweth III.
I, Bernard F. Chenoweth III.
I, Bernard F. Chenoweth
Do solemnly swear
III. Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do swear to faithfully,
I do swear to faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of third assistant fire chief
of third assistant fire chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
At this time, it is necessary to swear in and appoint the officers for our EMS department. At this time, I'd like to ask the Township Committee to adopt Resolution 18-04, resolution for the EMS department officers. So moved. Committeeman Fiore. Yes. Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Settembrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt Resolution 18-04. At this time, it is necessary to swear in our 2018 EMS Chief, Kim Cranon. Please come forward. Invite Deputy EMS Chief Robert Flaggart, please come forward with your family.
And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And that I will bear good faith and allegiance to the same and the government established in the United States and the United States. And I do swear to faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of Deputy EMS Chief.
At this time, I'd like to invite our Assistant EMS Chief, James Kelly, to please come forward with your family.
Dennis and Mary. Everybody, we're going to take a 5-minute recess. Thank you.
Thank you.
resolutions 18-05, -18 through 65, removing 18-37 and 1841 for a separate vote. So moved. Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Settembrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt consent agenda. At this time, we have resolution 18-37, resolution appointing special conflicts counsel. So moved.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Settembrino. Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries with recusal noted. At this time, we have resolution 18-41. It's a resolution awarding contract for special labor counsel. So moved. Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Settembrino. Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carried with recusal noted. At this time, we're going to swear in our new appointments for the year. And I'm going to ask that you all stand. We'll administer the oath of office. And then once that's complete, I'm going to ask that you to come on the dais and then off the dais and out into the lobby, and you can sign your oath of office. Okay. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and I do swear to faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of, state your office, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Thank you. At this time, I'll read through the names of the appointments made. We have the appointment of municipal prosecutors, John Lane and James Pastor. The appointment of municipal public defender, Stanley Worse. Appointments to the Bayshore Village Senior Citizen Housing Corps, we have Ned Hammond. The appointments to the Clean Communities Advisory Committee, we have Colleen Lapp, Ted Maloney, James McCleario, Valerie Robertson, Kenneth Walls, and James Van Est. Appointments to the Community Affairs Council, Larry Caminiti, Mitchell Kateski, and Michael Cerullo. Appointments to the Economic Development Committee, we have Gerard P. Sharpenberger and Spiro Pappas. Appointments to the Environmental Commission, Joe Martin. We have appointments to the Green Team Advisory Committee, Richard D. Benedetto, Janet Dellett, Andrea Dubois, Michael Fidosh, Eugenio Grano, Eric Hoblitzel, Caitlin Krinsky, Ted Maloney, Brian Martin, Anthony Mercantante, and Lynn Mattei. We have appointments to the Historic Preservation Committee, Thomas Valenti, Marianne Sweet, and Mary Meehan. We have appointments to the Joint Shared Services and Consolidation Advisory Committee, Anthony Mercantante, Andrew Nichols, Kevin M. Settembrino, and Gerard Sharpenberger. We'll have appointments to the Landmarks Commission, Peter Van Nortwick, Paul Krupe, and Michael Wu. We have the appointments to the Library Board of Trustees, Anthony Perry, Peter Smith, James Van Est, and Maureen Lehman. Appointments to the Lincroft Senior Citizen Housing Corporation, Thomas Dillon, Lois Whittam. And the appointment to the Middletown Arts Council, Stephanie Murray. Appointments to the Middletown Housing Authority, Joseph Cauda. We have appointments to the Municipal Alliance to Prevent Alcoholism and Drug Abuse, Donald Antonucci, Debbie Barker, Margaret Bertarelli, Pamela Brightville, Heidi Brunt, Robert Bucko Jr., Bruce Levy, John McGuire, Christine Ouellette, Angela Pepe Lage, Anthony Perry, Rebecca Green, James Bluthorn, Leslie Culver Schwartz, Michael Donlin, Ernest Donnelly, Fern Foster, William Jerris, Eugene Hannafay, James Homiak, Christy Kane, Kimberly Kratz, Gerard Scharfenberger, Frank Self, John Smack, Daniel Sullivan, Debbie Torito, Richard Thompson, Raymond Beth, Mary Ellen Walker, and R. Craig Weber. We have appointments to the Open Space Preservation Committee, William Bidosh, Paul White, William Caston, Michael Kopek, Matthew Morrow, Anthony Mercantante, Matthew Wolcott, and Gerard Scharfenberger. We have appointments to the Planning Board, Kevin Colangelo, Kevin Settembrino, Paul Krupe, Carl Rathjen, Alex Zaplicki, Patricia Snell, and Frank Bolton. We have the appointment to the Forestry Park Conservancy Liaison, Amy Sarah Nicolau. Appointments to the Recreation Advisory Committee, Lawrence Ingrana, Jill Donovan, Chris Pataj, Melissa Wacono, Nicola Murray. Appointments to the Safety Council, Marcella Aguirre, Cynthia Bianchi, Rafael Borges, Dominic Donatelli, Anthony Iacovone, Peter Lyman, Robert Flager, Joe Shade, and Edward Skelly. The appointments to the Sewage Authority, Chantal Bow, Thomas Stokes, and Emil Reedy. We have appointments to Veterans Affairs Committee, William Bow. Appointments to Volunteer Advisory Committee, the James Bruncati, Kathleen Eastman, Michael Margarella, Eric Mueller, Anthony Panzica, and Jennifer Weiner. Appointments to the Middletown Youth Athletics Advisory Board, Michael Adamson, Dean Esposito, Matthew Winters, Chris Thanish, Scott Elias, Rob Fisher, Christopher Fisher, Luke Sims, Mark Payne, James Lennon, Joseph Fente, Joe Petrozello, and Walter Davis. Appointments to Zoning Board of Adjustment, Emil Reedy, Chantal Bow, James Hinckley, and Andrew Bain. We have appointments to police chaplains, Reverend Dr. Daniel Correa, Reverend Joseph P. Hine, Father Daniel Hesco, Reverend Donald McGaw, and Deacon James Neubauer, the Colonel of the U.S. Marine Corps retired. We have the appointment of the special law enforcement officers, class 1, 2, and special crossing guards. We have Francesco Laporto, Austin McKnight, Robert Cross, Jason Stevenson, Natalie Miranda. Special law enforcement officers 2, David L. Chenoweth, Anthony Mercantante, Ryan Bruno, Scott Chenoweth, Mark Hessebrand, Nicolette Caprio, James Courtney, Kevin Quinn, Rocco Serpico, and Special Crossing Guard Matthew Beyond. Appointment to the Township Auditor, Suttley Clooney. Appointment to Redevelopment Planners, Mazer Consulting, DMR Architects, TM Associates, and TNM Associates. I'm going to not thank you guys because they have some votes, but what we can do is the appointment of Emergency Management Coordinator Charles Rogers III. So at this time, if you, at the conclusion of the meeting, if you want to go out and sign your oaths, we have Township Committee comments.
Okay. Committeeman Perry, you're first on deck today.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to congratulate you and Deputy Mayor Settembrino. Congratulations. Look forward to working with both of you and the rest of the TC in 2018. I know we're going to accomplish a lot of great things together. I also want to thank Mayor Scharfenberger, once mayor, always mayor. I want to thank you for your leadership in 2017 and for all that you've done for Middletown. It's appreciated amongst, I know, all the residents. And lastly, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year. Thank all the dedicated volunteers. You can really define a great town by how many great volunteers we have. It's incredible to see young people getting involved and so many just dedicated individuals that want to make Middletown a great place to live and raise a family. So I want to thank you all and thank the mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few comments, because my kids will kill me if I don't get to see Fuller with this morning. First of all, just wanted to take a second to thank my family for all that they do, allowing me to, serve as a public servant. So my wife Courtney, my daughters Alexandra and Juliana, Allie and Juliana, thank you so much for everything you do to help me and sacrifices that you made to help better Middletown. So thank you for all that you do. Also just wanted to take a second to thank everyone, the residents of Middletown, for trusting me another term for 3 years. It'll be my 4th term. About an hour and 15 minutes without saying anything, which is a little weird for me. So I'll apologize if you think I'm rambling. But just one last thing, just to thank you all for all that you do, all the volunteers, all the appointments, everything that you do to make a better Middletown. This town is really, truly blessed based on your service and the partnership that we have with all of you out there. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And finally, congratulations to our new mayor and my good friend Stephanie Murray, my deputy mayor and my good friend Kevin Settembrino. I look forward to serving under your leadership this year. And I must say, after that speech, Mayor Murray, I was ready to put the helmet back on and run out there and try to go do something in this cold weather here, because it was a very inspiring speech on the days here. So thank you for all that you do. Great job today. Thank you all.
Committeeman Jerry Scharfenberger.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to congratulate Tony Fiore and Stephanie Murray on their re-election and being sworn in again. We have sort of an embarrassment of riches here in town. We have been blessed to have good leadership over the years, and certainly Tony and Stephanie have been right at the head of the pack of that leadership, and we're very fortunate. And I think we see why Middletown is such a great town, and it starts at the top and certainly goes out there for everybody else who steps up and makes it so. So we're very fortunate, and I'm absolutely thrilled as a resident, but also as a member of the governing body here, that they were re-elected for another 3 years and signed up. I want to congratulate Deputy Mayor Kevin Settembrino and Mayor Murray. They have both served in this position before and have done an absolutely fabulous job. So I think we should expect nothing, and we will get nothing less than that in the coming year. I also want to thank all of the volunteers. It's funny, we have 67,000 people, 66 and change, and a couple hundred volunteers, and proportionally, that's not very many of a town this size. And I always wonder, gee, aren't people curious as to how the town works and everything, and we want to get involved? And everybody here, I think, knows how that feels, to get involved and to be able to say you devoted time to making your town better. And it really is a great feeling. And volunteerism, as we often say, thank God you guys are volunteers, because we couldn't afford to pay what you are worth to us. And that's certainly true day in and day out, as we see with the Fire Department, what they do for us and everybody else. So congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to Mayor Murray and Deputy Mayor Settembrino, and looking forward to a great 2018 for Middletown with everybody here. The efforts going to be put forth is going to be tremendous. Thank you very much.
Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. During the break, when I stopped to see my kids, they asked me a very important question. They want to know when they were having snacks. So, I'm sure at this point you're all looking at your watch and say, okay, a couple more minutes. But I want to reiterate, I want to thank my colleagues here in the Township Committee for their faith in my appointment as Deputy Mayor. So thank you very much. I certainly mean that from the bottom of my heart. And to everyone out in the audience, in Middletown, as Mayor Scharfenberger mentioned, is best built by all its volunteers. And we can't do this alone. We have to do it with you. and you were what defined the town, not only in the county, but as I alluded to earlier, within the state of New Jersey. Middletown is a leader based on the efforts from the volunteers here in town. So with that, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day and have a great new year.
And I am thinking that I said quite enough today. So I'd just like to wish everybody a happy new year and congratulations. Thanks. Okay, we have public comments now. Is there anyone who would like to make a public comment? Okay, seeing no members of the public wishing to come forward and make comment, I move to close this meeting and adjourn.
Committeeman Fury.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Settembrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn.